Namaste and good evening. We'll start our class with the prayers. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now we'll chant Mahamrityunjay mantra 3 times to pray for those who are in suffering. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Iva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Iva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Iva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamrutat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Welcome everyone. In the last class, we had discussed a few topics whereby Parvati approaches Lord Shiva with her questions. And then one of the questions she asked that why does God Absolute takes a form, takes a birth? And Lord Shiva says that there are innumerable reasons why Lord Absolute takes the birth as a human being. But I'll tell you a few causes. So Lord Shiva starts telling the causes to Parvati. And then there were some questions from you that how come when Lord Shiva had already given the story of Manas, this Lord Rama, how come it was possible for Sati, his wife in the previous life, to see Lord Rama again in the forest? So I'll just tell you a little bit background to it. I wanted to cover that in the last class, but today we'll go into a little bit more detail. So as per and this is an interesting topic. This is a topic about how the time is calculated and what kind of measurements are there for calculation of time. So there are 4 yugas. Yuga means a period of time. So 4 yugas are known as Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. That is the length of Kali Yuga. The double of it, 864,000 is Dwapara Yuga, 3 times is Treta Yuga and 4 times is Satya Yuga. That's the measurement of the yugas. And if you see in the bracket, these are the divine years. So these are the human years on the earth, earthly plane like we are on. And these are the divine years, 1200, 2400, 3600. So one divine year is equivalent to 360 human years on the earth. That is the calculation. So all the 4 yugas, they are 4.32 million years. That is our earthly plane, 4.32 million years. That is the calculation when all the 4 yugas. And the tradition believes that they come in cycle. So first Satya Yuga, then Treta Yuga, then Dwapara Yuga, then Kali Yuga, then Satya Yuga. One of the masters in our lineage, Swami Shri Yukteswar Ji, he gave a little bit different interpretation to this. So I'm not going into the detail of that. I'm just telling you what normally is traditionally believed. So 4.32 million years. That is the one cycle. All the 4 yugas go one by one, and again the same cycle starts. A kalpa, this is another period of time, another unit of time, you can say. That is 4.32 billion years. So this is 4.32 million years, and this is 4.32 billion years, 1,000 times. So when this cycle of 4 yugas, it passes through 1,000 times, like 1,000 rotations of this cycle of 4 yugas take place, then it is called a kalpa. That is the unit of time, kalpa. That is obviously, you can say 4.32 million years multiplied by 1,000 years is 4.32 billion years. That kalpa is also known as a day of Brahma. So Lord Brahma, who is the creator, it is known as a day of Brahma. Or we say 1,000 Mahayugas, because one cycle of all these 4, that is called Mahayuga. So 1,000 Mahayuga, Maha means great. So 1,000 Mahayuga means 4.32 billion years, so that is a day of Brahma. So that is one day of Brahma. And equally long is his night. Brahma's night is also equally long. And when like this, Brahma has lived for 100 years, then the whole creation dissolves, and then another one again with another Brahma starts. So that's you can kind of get some idea that how on a vast scale these timelines are. And if you compare with the modern scientific analysis, you will see that there is some similarity. For example, Earth age is considered 4.32 billion years as per the current scientific estimates. Universe is considered much older. So in the scriptures, in the Vedic scriptures, the current age of universe is half of the time of Brahma has passed. And we are in the, after 50 years, the very first day, we are in that day, or in Kali Yuga. So the idea of telling you this is this: in every kalpa, that means in every single day of Brahma. So it is said that one day of Brahma, and then when night comes, he dissolves the part of the creation unto himself, and then again next day he creates. But when his complete age, 100 years go, then the whole creation, everything merges back into himself. So a kalpa, which is a day of Brahma, which is 4.32 billion years as per our earthly calculation, the creation is repeated in a very similar manner as it was in the previous kalpa. So Lord Rama takes birth in every kalpa. And time being infinite, limitless, how many times Lord Rama has taken birth cannot be calculated. Because time itself is infinite. You cannot put a measurement of, you cannot get any sense of that time when time was not. That question is unanswerable to human mind. So a kalpa is the day of Brahma, and in every kalpa, Lord Rama takes birth. So that's why you see there are so many times that has taken place. So Lord Shiva had, and the story of Lord Rama is very similar in every kalpa, but there may be some differences. And many of the devotees believe that there are so many stories of Lord Rama because in different kalpas, the story, the basic story is the same, but some parts of the story may be different. So that's why you have variations in different tellings and retellings of the story of Lord Rama. So I hope that part is clear. that why. So when Lord Rama is telling the causes of birth of Lord Rama, he's telling in like different kalpas, and therefore he says that there are infinite causes, innumerable causes. You cannot really tell that this is it, that is the cause. In general, he said the cause is that whenever there is the increase of unrighteousness, righteousness declines, and the dharma declines, adharma increases, then Lord takes birth and he restores dharma again. And his life story, his plays, they became the source of devotion for devotees, which helped them to cross this worldly ocean and attain moksha. So that is the fundamental cause. But then secondary cause, by which particular time the dharma declined and what happened, those stories are innumerable. So he is telling a few of those stories. So in the last time we discussed the story of Jay and Vijay, the two devotees of Lord who had reached to his place Vaikuntha, and then they were cursed by some sages and they had to take the birth in the form of demons, and they became very powerful and only Lord could kill them. So Lord had to take human birth and kill them. Second time it happened, well, another time, I shouldn't say second time, because in Manas, the way Lord Shiva describes, there is one more cause. He has described 5 causes. I'm just telling you the 4 stories out of those. So second is Narada's delusion. So that's very interesting. So that I'll tell you in a little bit detail. नारद शाप दीन एक बारा, कल्प एक तेहि लगे अवतारा। गिरिजा चकित भई सुनि बानी, नारद विष्णु भगत पुनि ज्ञानी। कारण कवन शाप मुनि दीना, का अपराध रमापति कीना। यह प्रसंग मोहि कहु पुरारी, मुनि मन मोह आचरज भारी। बोले बेहस महेश तब, ज्ञानी मूढ़ न कोई। जहि जस रघुपति करहि, जब सो तस्ते छन होय। He is saying that Lord Shiva is telling that once Lord took birth, because Narada, sage Narada, he cursed the Lord. So Narada gave the curse to Lord himself, and in one kalpa, that was the reason for his taking the human form. He's taking the birth. So Parvati, who is also known as Girija, she was stunned when she heard that Narada cursed the Lord. And she said, how is it possible? Because Narada is such a great devotee of Lord. And also he is a man of knowledge. How can he curse Lord himself? What kind of mistake did the Lord commit? So please tell me in detail. I am very surprised that even Narada, he got under delusion. So then Lord Shiva smiles and says, look, there is nobody in particular whom you can say man of knowledge or man of delusion. It is just his will, his sweet will, Lord Rama's sweet will, that whatever he wills, that's how the person becomes at that moment. So the story goes that sage Narada, once he was roaming in Himalayas, he found one place he really liked. And he said that place, he found that place very suitable for meditation. And he went into Samadhi. And he went into a very deep state of meditation and Samadhi there. When a lot of time passed in such a state, Indra, the king of gods in heaven, he got worried. So there is a saying that whenever somebody meditates very deeply, Indra gets worried because that post, the king of gods, it is attained by a person who has done a lot of penance, sacrifices. So if Indra sees somebody performing so much meditation, penance and sacrifices, he gets worried, oh, is he trying to get my seat? Is he trying to get my post? And then I would be dethroned. So Indra tries to create some obstacles in the meditation and penance of that person. If he feels that person is doing for that reason. If a person is doing for the reason of having God realization, then it's not a problem. But if a person is doing for getting the post of Indra, then it becomes a concern for Indra. And because he does not know, many a times he thinks that a person has that intention. So what Indra does, he sends I told you in one of the last previous classes, he sends god of love called Kamadeva, god of love and passion. And Kamadeva, he creates such an environment. He creates the spring season, he creates a lot of flowers, lot of beautiful fragrances, lot of young women, music, so that the person gets distracted. And this is what Indra told Kamadeva to do it and try to disturb Narada. So Kamadeva goes there and he tries to play all his games, but Narada is not disturbed. When Kamadeva sees that Narada is not disturbed and he is having his meditation as before, he got scared. So he goes and bows down to him. And Narada doesn't get angry. I mean, he says, okay, I mean, fine, I understand you were told to do this. Now just go back, don't worry about it. Just tell Indra, my purpose is not to get his seat. I just love God and I'm just sitting in Samadhi for the sake of love of my Lord. I have no such intention. So Indra need not worry about it. So Kamadeva went to Indra, told all these things, that Narada did not deviate at all from his meditation and penance, even though I played all my tricks. And everybody was so surprised and they were praising Narada, that he is such a great sage. When all this happened, Narada had a subtle ego in his mind. Oh, I have won the lust and passion. Even the Kamadeva, with whole his army of whatever tools and people he has, he could not affect me. That means I have completely won over this instinct of lust, and nobody can actually do anything to me. And it is such a great achievement. He attained some ego out of that. So then Narada, naturally, when there is an ego, there is an achievement, and person thinks that he is the cause of that achievement, he wants people to know. There is a natural desire for name and fame, therefore, arising out of it. So, but Narada was sitting all in seclusion. How would people know about him? He sent Kamadeva, so Indra and others knew about him. But Narada also wanted to tell it to, for example, some great people like Lord Shiva. So he goes to Lord Shiva and he describes his thing, when Kamadeva came to you, you became angry and you burnt him down. But look at me, I just, without even any anger, I was simply not disturbed at all. And he just went away, taking his face like, kind of, I am so great. Like in that tone, Narada was telling so much. Shiva heard all this. Lord Shiva heard all this. He saw where Narada is coming from. And he said, Narada, it is such a great thing, no doubt. I am so proud of you that you have achieved such a thing. Nobody in the world has achieved such a thing. But I have one request. Whatever you have told me like this, that is all fine. But don't tell it to Lord Vishnu. And even if perchance such a conversation arises, you just try to avoid it. So Narada could not understand. And he thought maybe Lord Shiva is jealous because he could not achieve the same feat as I have achieved. So that's why he's telling me not to tell Lord Vishnu. So Narada, of course, did not take much of a teaching from there. So he once upon a, I mean, slowly, like, he is roaming all around the world, and once upon a time he reached the place of Lord Vishnu. And there he is, Lord Vishnu says, oh, please come, welcome, you are coming after such a long time. How have you been doing, and how are the things going on with you? And Narada says, things are okay by your grace. I mean, I have no problem. You know, when I was meditating, Kamadeva came, and then Lord Vishnu said, then what happened? He said, nothing. I mean, he just came, he was trying to disturb me, but you know, I was perfectly fine. Nothing happened. I was very deep into my meditation, and Lord Vishnu says, wow, such a thing. I mean, Narada, you are really great. You have achieved so much. And Narada had got a little bit filled with more ego, and he says, oh, it's all by your grace, Lord. But in his own mind, it was a lot of ego. So when Lord Vishnu see that much, that, oh, says Narada, he is my devotee, he has gotten this sprouting of ego in him, I have to take care of him. I have to, because I cannot see my devotees going down to the path of ego, because it will cause their downfall. So in his mind, Lord Vishnu decided that, oh, okay, I have to help him. I have to do something for him. But he didn't say anything on the face of Narada. He just praised Narada and says, Narada, you are such a great man of knowledge and dispassion. How can Kamadeva affect you? Of course, I mean, he can only affect you, person of the lower stability, not someone like you. So here are some verses. काम चरित नारद सब भाषे, यद्यपि प्रथम बरज शिव राखे, अति प्रचंड रघुपति के माया, जेहि न मोह अस को जग जाया, सुन मुनि मोह होई मन ताके, ज्ञान विराग हृदय नहीं जाके, ब्रह्मचर्य व्रत रत मति धीरा, तुम्हि की करई मनोभव पीरा, नारद कहु सहित अभिमाना, कृपा तुम्हारी सकल भगवाना, करुणा निधि मन दीख विचारी, उर अंकुरे गर्भ तरु भारी. So Lord Shiva is saying that indeed the Maya, the deluding power of Lord, is so strong that there is nobody who is actually did not come under its spell. It's only His grace that one can be free from it. So after this incident happened, Narada left the place of Lord Vishnu, and he is again roaming around different places. And in one place, when he is going, he sees a beautiful city. He never remembers seeing that kind of city earlier in all his travels. So he got surprised. He thought, okay, something happened here. A new king may have come. He has created a new city. So he just, out of curiosity, he goes to visit that city. When people came to know Sage Narada has come, king got informed, and he came himself out. He welcomed Narada. He worshipped Narada and says, please, I am so happy, I am so grateful that a sage of your stature has come to my kingdom. Please come and please bless us. Sage Narada went to the palace. The king took him to the palace. And after doing worship, after offering worship to Sage Narada, king says, oh sage, I have a request. I have a daughter who is of marriageable age. And can you please tell something about her? श्रीपति निज माया तब प्रेरी, सुनहु कठिन करनी तेहि केरी, बिरिचेउ मग महु नगर तेहि सत जो जन विस्तार, श्रीनिवास पुर ते अधिक रचना विविध प्रकार, देख रूप मुनि बिरत बिसारी, बड़ी बार लग रहे निहारी, लक्षण तासु बिलोक भुलाने, हृदय हर्ष नहीं प्रगट बखाने, जो एहि बरई अमर सोई होई, समर भूमि तेहि जीत न कोई, से वही सकल चराचर ताही, बरई सील निधि कन्या जाही. So when sage Narada, he sees the daughter of the king, he forgot everything. The girl was so beautiful that when sage Narada looked at her, he just forgot himself completely. He just kept looking at her. And then when he looked at her hand, he found that she is the mine of all the virtues. The one she marries, that person will become immortal. Nobody ever can win over that person in the battlefield. Every single person would be subordinated to him. That is how, that kind of husband will this girl have. Now, first of all, Narada, when he saw the girl, he lost his control. Then he held her hand, touched her hand, and looked at the lines. He further lost his control. And a strong desire arose in his mind that, oh, if I could get this girl, if she could make me, if she could choose me as her husband, how would that be? With this such a strong desire arising in Narada's mind, so he just told a few things to the king. Okay, I mean, he hid a few things from the king. He did not tell everything because in his heart, he got such a strong desire to marry this girl. And so he just told a few things like here and there. And then he came out of the palace, and the one thing in his mind that what can I do that this girl chooses me as her husband? So in those days, many times, what used to happen, a king would decide that his daughter is of marriageable age and she will marry. And that was called as Swayambara. Swayambara means that the girl herself would choose whom she wants to marry. So generally, king will invite all the suitable princes and kings of different regions in his kingdom, announcing that, look, my daughter is of marriageable age and she is going to choose her husband. So you all can please come, and whoever she chooses, any of you, that person will become her husband. Sometimes there was a condition that if you pass this test, then my daughter will marry you. But in this case, it was simply that whoever she chooses, that person will become her husband. So Narada knew that, and now in his heart, this whole thing is going on, that what can I do so that this girl chooses me as her husband? करो जाय सोई जतन बिचारी, जिह प्रकार मोहि बरै कुमारी, जप तप कछु न होई तेहि काला, हे विधि मिलई कवन विधि बाला. So now he thought that there is not time, and nor he had very much inclination for doing the meditation and austerities, because it is said that you can attain anything by meditation and austerity. But Narada at that time did not think that there was enough time to go that route, nor he had a lot of inclination towards that. He's thinking, oh God, how am I to get that girl? So one thing he thought, okay, because he was such a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, he thought this is the time that I should go to him. And one thing I can ask him to give me his beauty. Because Lord is the most beautiful. If I can get his beauty, then surely this girl would choose me as her husband. She will marry me. And he also is thinking that there is nobody who can not only help, but who can actually think such good about me as Lord himself, because I'm his devotee. So he is the one who will help me in every single possible manner. So, but he was so far away from Vaikuntha, he thought it will take a long time if I go there. So with a very concentrated heart, he just started praying to Lord. Oh Lord, please come here, I really need your help. Such a great devotee as Sage Narada is, with such prayer from the heart, Lord appeared right there before him. And he says, oh Narada, how come you look a little bit disturbed? What happened? What do you want? So then says Narada prays to him. आपन रूप देहु प्रभु मोही, आन भांति नहीं पावो ओही, जेहि विधिनाथ होई हित मोरा, करहु सुबेगी दास में तोरा, निज माया बल देखि विशाला, यह से बोले दीन दयाला, जेहि विधि होई परम हित, नारद सुनहु तुम्हार, सोई हम करब न आन कछु, बचनम शाहमा. So he says, O Lord, give me your own form, Hari's form. So one of the name of Lord is Hari, and Hari has multiple meanings. So he says, O Lord, please give me your own beauty, own form of Hari. I don't think that I can get that girl by any other means. And then he says that soon do that which may serve my best interest. I am your own devotee, own servant, O my Lord. So when Lord hears this kind of request, prayer from Narada, just previously he was a little bit boastful that he had won over the lust and passion completely. And now he is completely under the control of somehow how to marry this girl. Lord just smiled when he saw the power of his delusive potency. And then he says that, O Narada, you are no doubt my devotee, and listen to me. I will do exactly what will be good to you, and nothing else, and my words will not be untrue. Just like a doctor, he will give the medicine to cure the disease which the person has, and not necessarily what the person is asking for. Similarly, I'll give you something which will be for your good. Narada heard these words, but he was under the spell of delusion so much that he could not really interpret these words properly. So he was happy that Lord is going to give him his own beauty, and that's what will be good for him. So Hari, this word for Lord Vishnu, it also means monkey. Because Narada asked for form of Hari from Lord Vishnu, that beauty, Lord gave him the form of the monkey. He made Narada's face a face of monkey. And Narada in his heart, he is under the impression that now he is the most handsome of all the kings and princes gathered there. And the girl would not even look at anybody else, but just come to him and marry him. So he goes with this great thing in his heart that I am the most handsome of all. And he goes and sits with a little bit of ego there in one of the seats. He goes in that assembly where this Swayambara ceremony, the choosing her own husband ceremony, this is taking place. जेहि समाज बैठे मुनि जाई, हृदय रूप अहमिति अधिकाई, तह बैठे महेश गण दो, विप्र वेश गति लखई न को, करहि कोटि नारदहि सुनाई, नीक दीन हरि सुंदर ताई, रिझई राज कुंवरि छवि देखी, इनहि बरिज हरि जानि विशेषी. So the way Lord had done, changed the form of Narada, that not everybody saw him in the monkey form. People just saw him as an ordinary person. But there were some who saw him in monkey form. One of them was of the girl herself, the one who was to choose her husband. And there were two devotees of Lord Shiva. They had taken the form of Brahmins to hide themselves. And they also could see Narada's monkey form. Not only they could see Narada's monkey form, they were following Narada before, and they could see that how Narada came under the spell of the beauty of this girl, wanted to marry, met Lord Vishnu, prayed to Hari for getting the form of Hari. So they are seeing all these things. So they knew this history, and when Narada is going in all this ego that I am the most handsome now, and they are seeing the actually what has Lord Vishnu done, he has given him the form of monkey. So they are just making fun of him. They are just saying, oh, Lord has given him such a great beauty. I think the moment princess sees him, she will choose him only, knowing him to be Hari. Again, playing on the word Hari, because Hari means both Lord Vishnu and monkey. So when Narada listens to this, he gets a little bit of joy in his heart, not knowing that these people are just trying to tease him. And when this girl, she looked at in the direction where Narada is sitting, and she looks at such a terrible form, she doesn't even go in that direction. And Narada thought, oh, maybe she did not look at me, she did not look at the beauty. So he tries to change his seat into another section, and girl just turns away from there also. So like that, when this was happening, Lord Vishnu himself came in the form of a king. And then this girl goes and chooses Lord Vishnu as her husband, and the Swayamvar comes to an end. And Narada is, of course, extremely dejected. And he is really irritated that this is how Lord Vishnu is helping him. And on top of that, these two devotees of Lord Shiva who had taken the form of Brahmins, they teased him a little further. Oh, what a great beauty Lord has given to you. You should go and see your face in the mirror. When Narada heard this, he got a little bit agitated. He goes to a nearby pond, looks at his form in the water, and when he sees the form which Lord has given, he got so upset, so angry, that he immediately cursed these two people. And he says, both of you become demons. This is the verse. Ohu nisachar jai tum kapati papi do, haseu hamai so lehu fal bahur haseu muni ko. O you sinful impostors, go and be reborn as demons. You mocked me, therefore reap its reward. Mock again a sage if you dare. So like that, Narada cursed these two people. And then he again looks at his form in the water, and he sees that he has retained, got his natural self, like the form of Narada himself. The monkey form is gone. But he was so angry, he was so upset with all this play of Lord Vishnu, he is not getting the peace of the mind. He is in a very haste, he is going to Lord Vishnu's place. पुनि जल दीख रूप निज पावा, तदप हृदय संतोष न आवा. फरकत अधर कोप मन माही, सपदि चले कमलापति पाही। देहूं श्राप की मरिहूं जाई, जगत मोर उपहास कराई। बीचहि पंथ मिले धनुजारी, संग रमा सोई राजकुमारी। बोले मधुर बचन सुर साई, मुनि कह चले बिकल की नाई। सुनत बचन उपजा अति क्रोधा, माया बस न रहा मन बोधा। असुर सुरा विष संक रही, आप रमा मन चारु। स्वार्थ साधक कुटिल तुम, सदा कपट व्यवा। So he is thinking that I'll just go and either I'll commit suicide in front of him or I'll curse him really heavily so that he will learn a lesson. That with those anger, with those thoughts, Narada is trying to go to Lord Vishnu's place. When he is going in such a hurry and with such a state of mind, he found Lord right there on the way. And he has both Mother Lakshmi, who is wife of Lord Vishnu, as well as the princes whom he recently married. So Lord is smiling, he says, "Oh sage, where are you going? You look a little bit agitated, in a hurry. Where are you going?" So like that, when he says, Narada gets further angry. And under the power of delusion, under the power of Maya, he forgot all about himself, who he is, whom he is talking to, and he starts abusing Lord Vishnu. And then he says, करम शुभा शुभ तुम ही न बाधा, अब लग तुम ही न काहू साधा। भले भवन अब बायन दीना, पाओगे फल आपन कीना। बंचहु मोहि जवन धरि देहा, सोई तनु धरहु शाप मम एहा। कपयाकृति की तुम कीन हमारी, करिहै कीस सहाय तुम्हारी। मम अपकार कीन तुम भारी, नारी बिरह तुम होब दुखारी। शाप शीस धरे हर्ष हियं, प्रभु बहु विनती कीन। निज माया के प्रबलता, करश कृपा निधि लीन। So Narada is saying that so far you have been doing whatever you feel like and nobody has been able to say anything to you. But now you have really found your match and I am cursing you that the form by which you deprived me of this girl, that is a human form. Lord Vishnu became a king there. You have to take actually that form on the earthly plane. You have to be born as a human being. And you gave me the form of monkey. You will depend upon the help from monkeys. And you also deprived me of my future wife. You will also be deprived, or you will also face the separation from your own wife, and then you will feel the sorrow of it. When Lord heard all these things, he just in his mind, he accepted all these curse to himself, because who can curse Lord? But out of his play, he accepted all this what Narada said and said, okay, let it be. Oh Narada, whatever you are saying, let it be. And then he pulls his power of delusion to himself. And all of a sudden, Narada, as if awoke from his slumber and realized what he has done, whom he is talking to, who is he. And then he is in such a state of mind, he is so sorrowful and again praying and asking for forgiveness from the Lord, that, oh Lord, whatever I have said, let none of them come true. I'm so sorry. I got so deluded. Please, let none of that happen, whatever I have said. And Lord said, don't worry, it is all my wish that it happened this way. So not to worry about it. But Narada's mind is not getting any consolation out of it. He is feeling so miserable. Then Lord says, okay, you go and worship Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is most dear to me. when you worship Lord Shiva, you would attain the peace of mind. So Narada goes there, meditates and worships Lord Shiva, and he attains some peace of mind. So Lord Shiva is saying that this is one of the reasons in one of the kalpas that Lord took the form of a human being as Lord Rama, because Lord Narada cursed him. एक कलप यही हेतु प्रभु लीन मनुज अवतार सुररंजन सज्जन सुखद हरिभंजन भुवि भार यही विधि जन्म करम हरि के रे सुंदर सुखद विचित्र घनेरे कलप कलप प्रति प्रभु अवतरहि चारु चरित नाना विधि करहि हरि अनंत हरि कथा अनंता कहीं सुनहि बहु विधि सब संता सुर नर मुनि को नाहि जेहि नमो माया प्रबल अस विचारि मन माहि भजिय महामायापति. So Lord Shiva is saying that to Parvati that in this manner there are a lot of ways Lord has taken birth and performed many activities. All those stories are so beautiful. So in every kalpa, Lord takes birth and then he plays his own things. And this is a very famous verse from Manas, Hari Anant, Hari Katha Ananta. That Lord is infinite, so are his actions, so are his pastimes, so are his Leela, so are his actions, activities. And all the sages and devotees, they tell and hear in many, many ways, and they attain the joy. And then he is saying that truly there is nobody among the men or gods to whom the delusion, the Maya cannot happen, who cannot come under the control of Maya. Keeping this in the mind, always one should always be remembering, one should always be praying to Lord of Maya, that is Lord Rama. So with this, our time is kind of over. I was thinking I could go through the other stories also, but today it didn't happen. So we'll continue in the next class. So I'll just ask any comments or questions any of you may have, then you may ask. So there is a question, Pranam Baba, is there a reason why the same or similar story gets repeated in each kalpa? So that's how the creation is. Creation is in cycles. And the scripture says that the same kind of thing repeats again and again with some differences. But basically, it's not that in every kalpa the creation is hugely different. It is very similar. So that's how the Vedas also has mentioned that and many of the saints and sages, they have mentioned that this creation is in cycles. So some people even believe that you and I and all of us, we have happened multiple times, many times in this creation. There is another question, what year of Kali Yuga are we in? So Kali Yuga, as I told you, it is 4,32,000 years long. So traditionally, there is a belief that we have been about 5,000 years of this Kali Yuga. So we are past 5,000 years. So we are still in the very infancy of Kali Yuga, if you can say. If there are no more questions, then we can close the class with the prayers. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। थैंक यू एवरीवन।